I'm Robin Clevitt, welcome back to my channel. I'm out on site and I've built this garden room. It's all finished and I just want to talk to you a little bit about something that I had no idea as an apprentice carpenter I'd be doing so much of, and that's basically drilling larger holes than the normal sort of stuff a carpenter might do through all manner of timber, in this case cladding. So we've obviously built the building, we've cladded the building, and then we're working with the electricians and the plumbers, making sure we can get their pipes and their cables through that cladding, through the insulation and onto the right side of the building, in this case for, like, you know, waste for sinks, showers and basins, etc. So I had no idea as an apprentice that I'd be doing all this sort of stuff, and over the years I've bought so many different types of hole saws. You know, there are so many different sizes and things, but I'm really happy that recently I've picked up this dart set. And the good thing about this is, in one set I've got all of the ones I generally use for the electrical access holes and the plumbing access holes, and heating as well. And that's really handy, because instead of having to carry all of this stuff around and not knowing which one's right, which one's wrong, which one's sharp, which one's blunt, by having them in this set, it's super easy. Actually fits in my sustainer box where the drill goes as well. And I also keep one at home in my cupboard at home as well. So this is a really handy thing to have, because they're all the sizes I need and I never lose them. The trouble with having them in here is all different arbors, all different sizes. Some are blunt, some are sharp. These are bimetal. They've got 8% cobalt in as well. So the dart stuff is actually really good and great value. So a classic example of drilling cladding for a plumbing service, a carpenter's job, is this. I've got an outdoor tap. This is a small extension I did onto the back of a garage, and inside we've got a water storage tank, because the mains are really bad here. We've got a pump and it sends all the water off to the right places. Now the plumber wants me to get the pipe work through the insulation, through the OSB, through the cladding on the outside, so he can join into it later on. So it's my task here to just drill it all the way through. So I'm going to use the dart hole cutters. In this case I can drill it from the outside. Sometimes I'll put a pilot all the way back through, but in this case I want to choose the position of it based on the cladding. And because the cladding is feather edged, I'm going to use a piece of cladding reversed upside down to actually set the patris, or the back plate, nice and plumb. I know it's only fitting a tap, but it's like everything. If you can just make a nice job of it, you know, even putting this pattress on to get the cladding to be nice and true, I think it just makes all the difference. And by beveling off this little pattress to give it some margin all round, just makes it look a little bit more pleasing to the eye. And as a carpenter, we have the artistic license to do this. Now, I'm not going to connect it up. That's not my cup of tea. I'm going to leave the tap in here so the guys can come along and do that later. Brilliant.